Good morning, investors. Welcome to the 21st of July 2014 market review. The trade for today is called Telkom. The code is TKG. Last traded price 48.18. Action traded from a high to a low, called a short. Entry level 48.18. Target 45.54. Expectation if you can break forward 48.18. Then I can go to the green line here, and that level will be 45.54. Please use the stop loss of 49.50 if it wants to bounce back. Open trades at this time: Mondi, PSG, and Discovery at this time. These are all closed trades, as you can see on the market. This is the top 40. The blue line is the index price movement, and as you can see, we broke through the grey line. That's the 5-day moving average, and busy testing the 20-day moving average as well. Let's go to quick chart, and we will go to the Dow Jones Industrials. They actually closed about 148 points positive on Friday evening, closing on a level of 17,100 points. So the big question here is, look at this Bollinger Bands. There's the red line, the green line, and the purple line. Currently testing this green line a lot. We confirmed with the support line here as well. Close to the 17,000 points. And every time it comes to these lows here, it bounce back, and then bounce back to a level of 17,100. And still in the positive channel going upwards. It's going to be a quiet week this week. Just earning results due on the S&P 500. And that is causing all this fluctuation or volatility in our current markets at the time. Looking at the J200, that's the top 40 at this moment. Only results that will come out on our side, very important to track, will be the CPI figures after last week's interest rate hike of 0.25% or 25 basis points. They're expecting that to go on for a period now. We can actually see 25 points rate hikes happening now in the short term. But looking at this, we lost a bit of value on Friday especially. And Thursday we were up. Wednesday, Thursday we were up. Friday we came down. We're also tracking close to this green line on the Bollinger Bands, and the red line will be the top. Currently the futures of the US markets are about 13-14 points down at this moment. Let's go and look at some shares quickly here. Looking at Shoprite, we'll need to look at this one closely. There's the breakup for the green line, testing the red line on the high at this moment. Current high expectation is 166.71, this level here. But look at this, there's a bit of a hidden shoulder pattern forming out here. I'm just going to show you. Look at this, leg, shoulder, head, shoulder. At any time if this share breaks the 160 levels, it could come back to the 156 levels in the short term. Looking at indicators, also quite topish, coming a bit down here on this specific trade. Stochastics also coming a bit down here, but getting a lot of support here under 80% here. RSI also coming a bit down here. We need to track this one very closely at this stage, so keep a close eye here on 160, 161 in the short term if there's a confirmation of this pattern forming. Looking at Truworths. Now Truworths was trading sideways, coming down, broke the previous high, testing it currently this moment on the purple line, and that's the bottom. Currently closed here at 72 rand at this time. Big question is, at any time if it breaks this, the next low could be close to 66 rand level in the short term. Look at this downward side here. So there's a bit of a sign of a morbid downward side happening on the specific trade, looking at most of the indicators on the RSI and the stochastics here on the top. And let's go and look at Woolies. The deal of Woolies in Australia is pushing it. They're trying to ensure it, the traders, this is a binding deal. That's why I saw this lift up, now coming a bit down. Looking at some indicators, indications that it's quite topish. If you're not in too late, but there's a bit of a turnaround happening here. Looking at the RSI, also a bit of a turnaround. But you can most probably see the share trading between green and red line going up a bit. We need to see if there's a bit of a sideways or downside happening from the specific share. Looking at Mr. Price. Mr. Price came a bit down here. Currently trading close to the 200 rand levels. Had a high of 198 rand to 199 at this stage. For this share to come down, it needs to break 192 rand, but still in a positive channel going upwards. Even if you call up some moving averages, look like the 21.89 and 200-day moving average. Far distance, and the blue line is trading above this 21-day moving average, showing there's still significant growth that can take place. But keep a close eye. If it comes down and breaks it, then momentum can change in this specific share in the short term. Let's go and look at Barclays Bank. Barclays Bank also trading between the green and the red line, and the Bollinger Bands green and red line as well. Bit of an upward movement happening here as well. Looking at your moving averages, look at this 21-day moving average, confirming that Bollinger Bands middle line. And every time the share comes to this green line, what does it do? Bounce up. Quite toppish at this moment. Looking at the indicators, you can see it's quite high here. Stochastics, quite toppish there, and the RSI also quite toppish. No indication of a huge breakdown as yet. If you want to see one, you need to break here close to the 164, 65 levels if it needs to come down. Looking at Standard Bank, those are the two banking shares I'm tracking at this moment. Look at the 21-day moving average, very short term, sideways. Current closing level is 146, current high level is 148. Going to the Bollinger Bands, trading Bollinger Bands, the red, green and red line is very close to each other, showing the sideways pattern, 142 low, 147 high at this moment. So let's see where that one can go. NTN. Now looking at NTN, very interesting is purple, green and red. As you can see, the shares trading between this pattern of the purple and the green line normally indicates that there could be a downside here. Looking at your indicators, there's a bit of an indication of a bit of a downward side there. RSI also showing a bit of more downside there, and your stochastics also showing a bit of a downside here from the turn. Looking at your moving averages of 3 and 8, you will see a lot of buy and sell signals happening here. I just want to go and add an indicator here for 21 days, 89 days, and the 200-day moving average, just to indicate to you where it's currently trading at. Downward, trading under the green line 21 days, showing also momentum down, but a lot of support here 220 on the 89 days. For this pattern to go lower, it needs to break this 220, 218, 15 level. Those are the two levels that's going to be very important for this one to come back to 210 in the short term. So keep a close trading mind on this one as well, if it wants to come down. Vodacom, also here at the bottom, testing the 125, 124.50 level, currently trading to 125.75 at the bottom of the cycle. Let's go and call up this moving average again on the 21 day, 89 day, and the 200-day moving average. And as you can see, look at this, broke the green line 21 days, showing downward, broke the red line and the support of 127.22 and showed downwards. Now here's the big question, currently testing this 200-day moving average, and that level of support is 124.49. At any time they can break this support here, and you will see on the 61.8% on the Fibonacci, if it can break it, definitely more downside back to the 114, 115 levels from 125. Otherwise, in the sideways pattern, if it bounces here, new high is 125, 132, as you can see on the top. 125, 132, 125, 132. So let's keep a close eye on this one as well. Barclays Bank, Barloworld, as expected, went through the green line, through the purple line there on the 21 days, 89 days, 200. Currently testing the 89-day moving average there, still in the sideways pattern. Previous high was 104, 545, currently trading at 103.76, still in the sideways pattern, nothing exclusively happening here. IPL, Imperial, let's go and do Imperial quickly here. 21.89, 200-day moving average. As you can see, the share is currently trading touched just under the purple line, that's the 200-day moving average. Still in the sideways pattern going down here. Call up your Bollinger Bands. Look at the cycle, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Big question is, can you start turning down? Looking at indicators, indications could say, yeah, there could be a slight movement here downwards. RSI totally different, shows a bit more upside here. Stochastics, Let's see what the stochastics are saying. Upwards, RSI a bit downwards, WR also a bit downwards. So let's keep a track one, close track one on this one. In the short term, definitely please. If this is going to be a turnaround, definitely in the downward cycle, going back from the previous highs of 196, and I can go back here to the 184 level. One share I'm going to add quickly here is called Discovery. Looking at Discovery, Bollinger Bands trading between that green and the red line at this moment. Calling up your moving averages. There was a bit of a buy there, but testing this highs here. Need to keep it close on this one if any turn needs to happen in the short term. So now I'm going to use the 21-day moving average with the 89-day moving average to confirm this. Look at this green line confirming it. We need to wait for this breakdown to happen if this one wants to go back to the 89 Rand levels in the short term. Traders, enjoy your trading.